Hello and welcome, dear students. Today we are going to study the new poem from your course, A Legend of the Northland. This poem is a ballad composed by Fope Carey, and ballad is a poetic form that narrates a story in short stanzas. It is also a part of folk culture or popular culture that is passed orally from one generation to the next. And this story is of the Northland area, the area that is near the North Pole. This exact place is not specified here, but Northland means the area in the northernmost part of the earth, and legend means a historical story which is very old and has been passed on from generation to generation. So let's know more about this legend of Northland. Away in the Northland, where the hours of the day are few and the nights are so long in winter that they cannot sleep them through. So the poet says that in the region around the North Pole, where the duration of day is very less, because the sun rays reach here for a very less time. When this area is experiencing winter season, the duration of night is very long and day hours are very less in comparison to the night hours. So it is difficult for the people who live there to sleep throughout the night. So if they go to bed, they take a few hours of sleep and then wake up whether it is still night time. Where they harness the swift reindeer to the sledges when it snows, and the children look like bear cubs in their funny furry clothes. Harness means to tie with rope, and swift means fast. Reindeer means a type of animal which is found in Northland. Sledges means vehicle to carry people from one place to another when the area is fully covered with snow. Furry means made of fur. So there is always severe cold in the northern region. It is a very snowy area. The reindeer is an animal which is found in this polar region. People tie the reindeers who run fast to their carriages to carry people from one place to another when the ground is fully covered with snow. The poet adds that the children look very funny, just like the young ones of bear when they wear their furry clothes to survive in winter. They tell them a curious story. I don't believe it is true, and yet you may learn a lesson if I tell the tale to you. Tale means story, curious means strange, or you can say interesting. So now the parents of these children tell them a strange story related to this Northland. Though the poet also does not believe that this story has some truth in it, but she is sure that if she tells the story to the readers, maybe they can learn a lesson through it. It is so because this story gives an important message. Now, what's the story? Let's know. Once, when the good Saint Peter lived in the world below and walked about it preaching, just as he did, Saint Peter means a disciple or follower of Jesus Christ. Preaching means to give sermons or teachings. So, the story is about Saint Peter when he used to live in this world and went around giving sermons to the people just like all saints do. Then this incident happened. He came to the door of a cottage in traveling round the earth where a little woman was making cakes and baking them on the hearth. Hearth means an earthen stove or fireplace, you can say. So, when Saint Peter was moving around the world giving sermons to the people, he reached to a small cottage, and the door of this cottage was opened. The saint noticed that a short heighted woman was sitting in this cottage, and she was preparing the cakes and baking all of them on her stove. Now, and being faint with fasting, for the day was almost done, he asked her from her store of cakes to give him a single one. Faint means feeling weak, as Saint Peter had not eaten anything since morning, and the day was also over now. It was evening, so he was feeling very hungry, weak, and tired. So he went to this woman in hope for help and also requested her to give him one cake out of the many cakes and that she had baked and kept in the shelf. So she made a very little cake. But as it baking lay, she looked at it and thought it seemed too large to give away. Now the poet describes how did the lady react on the saint's request. So the lady was selfish. She did not give any cake from her store and told the saint to wait for some time as she was going to bake a new cake for him. When she put the cake for baking, she noticed that the cake was too big to give it to someone. Therefore, she needed another and still a smaller one. But it looked, when she turned it over, as large as the first had done. Needed means to make dough from flour. So the little woman thought that she will make another cake as the previous one was too big to share with anyone. So she prepared the dough and started making a new cake with smaller amount of dough. But when she looked at this cake after baking, she found that it was as big as the previous one. Again, she was not ready to give this piece of cake also to Saint Peter. The Saint Peter, though, was waiting and observing the lady's behavior silently. And she took a tiny scrape of dough and rolled it flat and baked it thin as a wafer. But she couldn't part with that. Scrape means small amount, wafer means thin slice, and part with means to share. Now, the third time the lady started to bake another cake, and she took a very small amount of dough and rolled it very thin slice. Now, it was looking like a wafer only, but she was too greedy that she could not share this thin slice too with Saint Peter. Now, for she said, my cakes that seem too small when I eat of them myself are yet too large to give away, so she put them on the shelf. Now the lady tried to explain that matter to the Saint Peter by saying that when she made the cakes for her own consumption, she felt that they were small. But now, if she is preparing the same cakes to share with anyone else, they are looking too big to be shared. So she placed all the cakes on the shelf and left the saint hungry. Then good Saint Peter grew angry, for he was hungry and faint, and surely such a woman was enough to provoke a saint. Provoke means to make someone angry. Now the poet describes the saint's reaction over the attitude of that lady. Though he was waiting silently in hope for some sympathetic behavior from that lady, but her inhuman behavior made him angry as he was feeling very hungry and tired that time. But the woman was not ready to give even a single piece of cake to satisfy his hunger. So now he became furious with the lady. And he said, you are far too selfish and dwell in a human form, to have both food and shelter and fire to keep you warm. Dwell means to live. Now the Saint Peter told that lady angrily that she was a very selfish and greedy lady, so she did not deserve to live like a human beings because she did not have any human and kind feelings in her heart to help others in their need. So he told that God has given her food, shelter, and fire to keep her warm, but she had become selfish for all the things she had, and she did not deserve any comforts in her life because she did not want to share her things with anybody and even didn't have any human virtues in her. Now you shall build as the birds do, and shall you get your scanty food by boring and boring and boring. all day in the hard, dry wood. Scanty means very less, and boring means digging or making holes. So the Saint Peter cursed the lady to be deprived of all the comforts because she was very selfish and greedy. She did not deserve to be a human being. So he cursed her to be the bird. Now she shall live just like birds and build her house by making holes in the wood by its beak, and also collect very little food in the form of worms and insects by working hard the entire day. So this was the punishment by Saint Peter to that lady for her inhuman behavior. Then up she went through the chimney, never speaking a word, and out of the top flew a woodpecker, for she was changed to a bird. As soon as the Saint Peter cursed the lady, she did not get any chance to speak for giving any excuse to the saint. That very moment she just flew up the roof through the chimney and flew out in the form of a bird. In this way, St. Peter's curse had converted the lady into a small bird like woodpecker. She had a scarlet cap on her head, and that was left the same, but all the rest of her clothes were burnt black as a coal in the flame. Scarlet means brilliant red color. Now the poet describes the reason that how the woodpecker gets its red cap. When the woman turned into a bird, at that time she was wearing a red colored cap upon her head. This cap was there on the bird's head also, but the woman's remaining clothes had burnt in fire and turned black in color just like coal. And every country schoolboy has seen her in the wood where she lives in trees till this very day, boring for food by Fob Carey. So now people who live in the countryside, even the small children who go to school, sees this kind of bird in the forest. They see that it stays there all day and keeps on digging the wood with its beak to collect its food in the form of worms and insects. Whenever any child sees this woodpecker, then his elders tell him the story of Saint Peter and the selfish lady. They say that the bird used to be a woman earlier, but she was cursed by Saint Peter because of her selfish behavior and turned into a bird. So they get the moral also that they should not be greedy or selfish. So this is all about the poem, which gives us a moral to be kind hearted and keep sympathy towards the person in need. I hope that you have enjoyed this poem. Thank you all. Have a nice day.